Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally going to remember to actually click the record button before we start battling. Anyway, we're going to be continuing on the ladder on our Road to Regional series, not using our Definitely Not Good team. I have mixed feelings with this team. It can pick up some very, very quick wins and overwhelm my opponent with offense, but it can also lose incredibly easy because, especially if I bring my soak mode, I only have my Feeny going for soak, and then my partner Pokemon basically has to pick up the KOs. And the two Pokemon that I have that are really hyper offensive are really frail at the same time. So granted, like I can get like a KO on one Pokemon, and then the other Pokemon can pick up a KO onto the Pokemon that is really frail, be it the Kartana or the Koko. And then I'm forced to switch in another Pokemon that could very well not mesh well with a Soak Feeny. I did play a game off camera, which I lost because my opponent was playing very, very high, and I couldn't anticipate their moves. But I went for an Ice Beam into the Landorus turn 1, which was really good because my Tapu Fini will always outspeed Landorus. And Tapu Finis don't generally have Ice Beam, but I gotta watch out for those Assault Vest sets, in which my opponent may very well have because he has a Landorus. So my opponent has a kind of hard trick rooming team. Well, kind of, but at the same time, not, because he has a Landorus and he has Manectric, and Manectric actually is the fastest Mega Evolution that you could possibly have, and it's the only Mega Evolution possibility that he can have on his team. Sakataka, Mimikyu, and the Gothitelle can have Trick Room. Huh. Wow. Really, really set up for that. He wants to get up Trick Room, but for who? I guess Sakataka? Bulu? And then Gothitelle doesn't really do much damage. I'm definitely leading my Aegislash because that will have the potential to take out the Mimikyu if I break its disguise. Take out the Gothitelle, do a butt ton of damage to the Sakataka. And then what else do I want to partner with it? What else do I want to partner with it? Bring you. I don't want to bring my Koko because I don't want to set up the electric train for him. Also, the Landorus is going to be a problem. Sakataka can just one-hit KO it. I'm going to bring your Cresselia so I can soak up some hits. Bring the Aegislash in the front to take out his Trick Room setter. But also bring... Who did I bring? The Kartana, I think, in the front, too. So I can break the disguise of the Mimikyu. And then go for the Never-Ending Nightmare into that. Miniature Gothitelle. Okay, I can go for the Never-Ending Nightmare into the Gothitelle. I could very well protect, so I can go for a double protect right here as well to scout out for that. And it doesn't put me in Blade form because he can also double protect. And then put me in Blade form and then go for an attack with the Manectric, take that out. Yeah, I think that's his safest option. Well, not like protect with the Manectric right here, but go for protect with the Gothitelle. I think it goes for protect Gothitelle. There's absolutely no way you go for a Trick Room. I am going to go for a double protect right here because if he does go for a Volt Switch and Trick Room, I'm trapping his Manectric in, and then I can actually go for a Never-Ending Nightmare onto that. Because the Gothitelle really can't do anything to the Aegislash, and as far as I'm aware, Gothitelle does not get Encore. Could also go for Taunt, but that still wouldn't be that big of a deal. Helping Hand, okay. What's this going to be, like a Helping Hand Volt Switch? Go for the Helping Hand so that he can just basically sack the Gothitelle. Ah, okay. It's not anticipating that. That's not good. Because now he can go for that into the Kartana. I could have just got a substitute up. Wow. I could have just got a substitute up, huh? I'm going to switch into Cresselia right here. Wow. My opponent... I think my opponent's going to go for an Overheat into the Kartana now. Because I had just... He just revealed what his tech was. I do not want to deal with that. So if he goes for the same play, I'm bringing in my Cresselia, which is still going to take a crap ton of damage from this. Volt Switch. Okay. Who does he bring on that slot? Is it going to be the Stakataka? What could resist a leaf type attack? Oh, this is beautiful, because he's probably going for a Trick Room right now. This is beautiful. This is going to do a lot of damage to the Stakataka. So, very, very good move on my opponent's part, though. I really, really like their move selections right there. Going for the Helping Hand Overheat to take out my Aegislash. Knowing that he just revealed that, he doesn't go for the same move, and then he's likely going for a Trick Room play right now. We're going to hopefully bring this down to, like, life. Wow! That is bulky. Holy crap, that is bulky. Wow. I'm gonna ally switch because I think he goes for an Gyro Ball into the Kartana, and I'm gonna Sacred Sword the Stakataka. So I think what he does, he goes for a Gyro Ball into the Kartana, or an attack into the Cresselia. I think he attacks into the Kartana. And then he goes for a Trick Room with his Gothitelle, trying to counter my counter Trick Room. So Mind Games 101. Gyro Ball into the Kartana? Yeah. It still does so much damage to the Cresselia. Heal Pulse. Let's see how much Sacred Sword does to the Stakataka. Heal Pulse is really, really good tech. I like it. Could have just gone for a counter Trick Room right there. Now do I detect right here? Detect and then counter Trick Room. I think he attacks into the Cresselia knowing that I could now do that. So I'm going to play a little reckless right here. And then go for a substitute. Wow, he just goes for it into the Kartana. It doesn't take me out. Another Heal Pulse, okay. Ah, we can't. We could have went for a detect right there. Wasn't. I mean, my opponent isn't reading into the ally switch and the Trick Room because now I just reversed the Trick Room, which is really weird because I definitely would be going for that. Now I can go for the Sacred Sword again into the Stakataka, but then he can protect Stakataka, and then go for the Trick Room with his Gothitelle. And if we go for triple Trick Room, which would be really risky. He can actually go for Helping Hand Gyro Ball into the Cresselia. I'm going to try to counter his Trick Room. Oh man, Mind Games! He's not going to go for the Helping Hand. Rock Slide. Okay, so going for the flinch. If he flinches me, this is going to be a drag because he's definitely going for a Trick Room right here. Definitely going for a Trick Room. What's this Beast Boost? Attack? Yeah. Yes! We get the Trick Room off. He's definitely going for Trick Room. Now we can bring in Charizard. Thing is, I don't really think... No, I don't have to bring in Charizard. I can bring it... Yeah, the Aegislash. Because what does Stakataka do against the Aegislash? And I'm going to be outspeeding it. He would potentially go for an Ice Beam into the Stakataka as well. So he can't go for the Never-Ending Nightmare. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. Thinking, what does he do? Stakataka, I don't think switches out. I don't think he goes for another Trick Room. I wanted to go for an Ice Beam, but we're counting down right there. I have a really, really bad habit, and everyone who watches me knows I do. I have a bad habit of thinking too much about what I want to do. Does he really go for a Trick Room? Because what he could do is he can actually triple Trick. We could triple Trick Room. Heal Pulse. Perfect. Because he's probably going for a Heal Pulse Trick Room. Shadow Ball right there. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball ally switch. Although he could go for the Helping Hand. Does he go for it into the Cresselia? Because he could have read the, he went for it into the Cresselia. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, he went for it into the Cresselia, yeah. Anticipating my King Shield right there. Oh man, I was so banking on him going for an overheat. This actually is not that bad though. I'm gonna bring in Bulu, which can be O-code by. He's gonna go for another. No, he went for a Helping Hand. That's right. I'm gonna bring in Charizard right here. I'm actually going to go for my own. It's Bulu Protect right here. I think the Bulu... It's really obvious that the Bulu protects, but I'm going to go for this play anyway. And I'm going to go for my own Trick Room. This is going to really backfire if the Bulu does protect right here. Because the Bulu is going to be... Both of the Pokemon are going to be able to outspeed my Charizard. And basically, going for this, knocking out the Bulu, the Manectric comes in, and then I'm under Trick Room with my Charizard, and then I can outspeed the Manectric. And then we can play the Trick Room mind games again. Between the Gothitelle and the Cresselia. Oh, man. I could have just went for an attack right there with my Aegislash. I could have gotten a Shadow Ball off into the Gothitelle. But I think the Gothitelle remaining in right here, it's not doing much, so I don't mind that. Bulu, don't protect, man. You don't want to protect. No, the Gothitelle protects. Double protect? Yes! Nice. Does this take the Bulu out if it's Assault Vest? It does. Perfect. And now we're going to be going for our Trick Room. Okay. Alright. Now the Manectric can go for Protect, and then he can go for a Trick Room. Mind games. Mind games right here. His only chance of winning this game is if he reverses a Trick Room and protects this Manectric right here. So do I go for my own Trick Room? I'm not going to go for my own Trick Room. Oh man, mind games. I'm not going to go for. I'm going to go for my own Trick Room, and then I'm going to Flamethrower right here. In case the Manectric doesn't protect, thinking that I'm going to go for a Protect into the... Gothitelle? Ah, he was... Okay. See, now, this is the mind games. I was not going to go for a Trick Room, and then now I went for a Trick Room, and now I reversed the Trick Room for him. Alright. Let's see if this works now. Does my opponent anticipate this? He should go for the attack. He should go for the attack into the Cresselia slot. Oh, he went into the Charizard. So it looks like Volt Switch is only attacking move. So we're going to win this game. Because with Flamethrower should take out the Manectric. What? What? Oh my god, that's insane! That's a bulky Manectric. That is an incredibly bulky Manectric. Holy crap. Still got mind games, man. Still got mind games, because does he go for the attack into... He's gonna protect. Does he go for his own Trick Room? Oh my god, this is insane! Why would you do that? Because I could set up Trick Room. Why is he doing that? I'm not going, he's gonna stall, he's trying to stall my, your timeout. That's what he's doing. Yeah. I definitely win this game if it wasn't for your time. I mean, I can win it if he doesn't predict me correctly right here. Does he anticipate another ally switch? No, he doesn't. So I could have just ally switched right there and basically won the game. So my opponents aren't playing the way that I anticipate them to play. They're really not. Playing very, very weird. Like again, like going back to the conversation conversation I was having with myself before, playing a very, very seasoned player, a player that's very good at this game, would read into your ally switches and your Trick Rooms, and my opponent was not doing that at all. The turn that he double protected, which he's probably stalling me out on timer anyway, but I could have just gone for a Trick Room, and then you would protect it with your Manectric. You would have to risk a double protect, because my Charizard would then outspeed your Manectric. I can go for a Flamethrower into your Manectric, and then I can go for another Trick Room, and then outspeed your Gothitelle the following turn, and then go for a Flamethrower into the Gothitelle, and then... Even if I have 16 seconds left, Gothitelle is no way in hell stalling out a Charizard in the sun. So, not anticipating that, like, I went for ally switch, I think, like, 3 times in that battle. He did not anticipate that once. And then, again, that turn when he just going for a protect, when I could just Trick Room, it just, I don't know. Like, I think I'm not overreading, like, my opponent. I'm not overanalyzing the situation, because these are real-life situations that I put myself in a tournament, and that's why I do so much better in tournaments than on BattleSpot, because BattleSpot opponents, you can be playing against a child, a teenager who doesn't have much experience in this game, a player that's trying to get it started out, so they're not making the plays that you anticipate them to make, and I don't know. At tournaments, if you're doing well, if you're 4-0, you're playing against a good opponent, and you can actually anticipate the plays that they'll make, because the plays that they make sense. Anyway, we're going to be playing against Autumn. It's going to have a pretty similar team that I played against off camera. Another Celesteal. I think Celesteal is actually pretty good in this format. Double Steals, double Fairies. Charizard's looking great. Charizard's absolutely fantastic. But I think he'll lead. He'll lead Feeny. I'm gonna lead Coco, Feeny, Mega Slash, Charizard. Definitely bring Charizard here. I'm gonna bring it in the back because I feel like he's gonna bring the Landorus in the front. I can go for an Ice Beam into the Landorus, and then I can go for a Thunderbolt with my Coco. Because if he leads like Landorus and Feeny, Feeny's gonna take a lot of damage from the Thunderbolt, or even Gardevoir's gonna take a lot of damage from the Thunderbolt, and I'll be able to outspeed it. Landorus, Celesteela, this is even better. Because the Celesteela will likely go down to a Thunderbolt. And yep, my Misty Surge goes up first. So now he's like, okay, this is not good. There's no reason for me to go for a Soaker here. I'm just actually going to go for an Ice Beam. And this is not Scarf Landorus, which is good to confirm. I put him in a position where he can't switch in his Landorus on a Thunderbolt, and then anything that he wants to switch in on the any of the slots is going to take a lot of damage. So we're going to go for a Thunderbolt right here, and then we're going to go for a Ice Beam right here. And Landorus should not stay in. Okay, he stays in, so he's probably Assault Vest if he's staying in right now. He is not. Okay. I'd play, again, because unless you're Focus, Sash, or Assault Vest, you should not be staying in right there. Celestial stays in as well. We almost pick up the KO, but so this has to have a significant Feeny avoids. That's not good. Unfortunate for my opponent, but I don't think it really changed anything right there. Because for basically, I could have just went for a follow-up Ice Beam to that slot. Even if you protect it, I go for like Dazzling Gleam and, you know, an Ice Beam. Not really threatened by the Celestial right now. Actually, just going over the double up into the Zapdos, because the Celestial I might actually want to switch out or just go for a Protect, yeah. And then the Zapdos might want to set up like a Tailwind right here, but the combination of moves should be able to take it out. And even if it was like Misty Seed, it's not going to proc right here because we're not in the Misty terrain. If it would have led, and if it was Misty Seed, it likely would have procced because he does have a Feeny on his team, so Misty Seed would make a lot of sense on the Zapdos. So he might have had trouble trying to knock it out right there, but since he did not proc his Misty Seed, looks like this is going to be a clean sweep. This is a really good lead. I mean, this lead, Feeny is so much better than that Olamola that we were using before. But it also reveals that your Feeny is Scarf, which against, again, good players would reveal your tech. So we're going to go for a straight-up Thunderbolt right here. Really no reason for us not to. And then we're going to go for an Ice Beam into the Celestial. It should be able to knock it out. And he's not going to protect, yeah. See if this does take it out. Yeah, in the range that it was in, it should have definitely been able to take it out. And then we're just going to get a clean 4-0. So this is the last episode with this team. So I'm going to go ahead and do a third battle because the first... Well, this battle is really, really quick. The first battle is really, really long. And still... Wow, that knocks me out to that specs. The first battle is kind of upsetting because I could have easily won that if I had predicted my opponent correctly, but it was hard to predict my opponent correctly because the moves I was predicting made absolute sense. Because that's again, that last turn, even if we had even if with us having 16 seconds on, let's see how much specs damage. Okay, not that much. Even with us having our Cresselia go down to the Helping Hand Volt Switch on the last turn, if we had Ally switched. I have my Charizard takes out the Manectric, and 1v1 Gothitelle outside of Trick Room cannot 1v1 a Charizard because in the Sun, the Flameflower should be doing at least 75% damage to the Gothitelle, maybe even half. So I don't think it had enough turns to protect in order to survive all the attacks the Charizard could have thrown at it. And Psychics and or Psyshocks weren't doing anything to the Charizard because I'm bulky. It might not even be like a 5-hit KO on my Charizard. So we're going to win that one right here. We're going to hop into one more to end this definitely not good teams streak. I guess like losing streak. Hopefully we can win this last one to push us into like the 1570 so we can start off strong with the team that we're going to be using next week, which is a team that I'm really looking forward to using. So looks like Juliana? Yeah, it looks like Juliana. Alright, so this is Sage and Park's team. I'm not going to look up this like the sets or anything like that. But this is essentially Sage and Park. I think it's this QR code team because it has the Pachirisu on it. Volt Absorb, follow me, which works really well with the Charizard. Huh. Coco looks like a great lead because I can outspeed everything on his team. Coco, great lead. I mean, he can go for follow me's. Is Coco a great lead? Because the Pachirisu actually is a problem. So I'm going to bring the Cresselia, Aegislash in the front. Take out that Pachirisu. Charizard in the back. I'm going to bring the Feeny, because with the Como at +1 speed, I still don't think it outspeeds my timid max. My timid, I think it's almost max speed Feeny. I put enough investment in this Feeny so that it would outspeed Adamant Scarf Landorses. So I can Ice Beam them. Alright. Let's see what my opponent has. Again, not a lead I was anticipating. A Pachirisu and a Charizard lead is way better than this lead. Because now I can Trick Room against your possible Tailwind. Neither of these Pokemon should be able to take me out unless he has like Overheat in the Sun and a Sludge Bomb, but then it leaves him open for an attack from the Aegislash. So I think a Heat Wave would cover the Aegislash attacking. Would knock me out. And he doesn't want me to get up Trick Room, right? I'm still going to go for the Trick Room. I'm going to go for the Never Ending Nightmare into the Charizard. Let's see how this works out. I mean, a King Shield is pretty obvious from the Aegislash. Like King Shield and Trick Room, because then I'd be able to outspeed you the following turn. Heat Wave would cover me going for a King Shield, but still, you wouldn't be knocking out the Cresselia or the Aegislash. Let's see. I could go for a Wide Guard as well. Sludge Bomb, yep, into the Cresselia. That does not that much damage. Flamethrower into the Cresselia. Yeah. That does so much damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't proc my berry. And we're going to go for the Ghost CMZ into the Charizard. Since that did so much damage, it looks like it's non-bulk Charizard. Max special attack, max speed. I can't tell if it's max speed, but it looks like it's close to max special attack. I actually wish it would have done a little bit more damage so that my Cresselia would have been able to proc its berry. Looks like we're just right out of the range. If this knocks the Charizard out, then it is definitely non-bulk, because bulky Charizard doesn't get knocked out by this. Okay, so he does have a considerable amount of bulk investment then. But it doesn't matter now, because we can outspeed and go for an Ice Beam. Okey-doke. What can he switch into the back? Does he necessarily want to switch anything in the back? I really don't think so. We can go for... I think going for the Ice Beam into this slot is a better call, and then going for a Shadow Ball into this slot, covering maybe an Aegislash switch into the Charizard, but he's going to protect, okay. Does he go for a Draco Meteor into my Aegislash with his Naganadel? What does he do? What does my opponent do? Ice Beam should break the Focus Sash. Does half, so we can go for it again. It's good. Snarl. I was not anticipating that, but that's fine. Naganadel's not doing anything right here. I'm going to go for a Wide Guard right here. Take out the Charizard. I'm going for a Double Protect. Okay. He's probably going to go for another Snarl. We could have went for a Psyshock and a Naganadel, but I was trying to... why did I go for a Psyshock and a Naganadel? Doesn't make any sense. Alright. He's definitely going to bring in his Aegislash right here. Should bring in his Aegislash right here. Does he not have his Aegislash right here? Because if he has the Aegislash, this is a no-brainer. You bring in the Aegislash right here. Yeah. Alright. What do I think he does? Naganadel not that much of a threat. Thinking I can go for an Ally Switch Shadow Ball into the Aegislash, but if he attacks into Cresselia, that's bad. I'm going to go for an ally switch King Shield. This would cover... Okay, I was going to say, what the hell just happened right here? This would cover for a Ghost CMZ into my... Oh, I failed. I forgot. I went for a wide guard the previous turn. I always forget about that mechanic because it doesn't work in reverse. Alright, let's see, go for it here. Shadow Ball. Into the Cresselia, likely. Yeah. That's whatever. I was at -1 anyway. And Snarl. I'm actually going to bring in my Charizard over here. Aegislash is going to be forced to go for a King Shield or get taken out altogether. How many turns of Sun are left? One more turn of Sun left. I'm actually going to go for a Tailwind right here. And then I'm going to go for a Psyshock into the Naganadel. It's not going to knock it out, but it'll at least chip it. You just go for a Ghost CMZ into my Charizard? I could have just protected. And this would not... Oh, man. If I would have Mega Evolved, this doesn't take me out. But since I didn't Mega Evolve, I... Damn it. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I could have just protected. Like, I protect right there 100% of the time. Well, I didn't, because I wasn't anticipating to actually do that. I was anticipating to go for a King Shield. Wow. Because, again, can't anticipate these Battle Spot players, man. They're very, very hard to read. Because I Mega Evolve right there. I don't get knocked out. You just seen that your Charizard didn't get knocked out by Never-Ending Nightmare. What makes you think that I'm going to get knocked out by a Never-Ending Nightmare? Then I go for a Flamethrower into your Aegislash. You don't have really no offensive presence anymore. The Naganadel really isn't doing anything. And then I guess you have something in the back that can handle my Feeny or whatever. But I don't know. Just really, really weird plays. Hydro Pump right there. And Ally Switch. Probably gonna go for a Sludge Bomb to the Feeny. Maybe I'm just like bad and I'm not anticipating these plays. But when I go to tournaments, I do very, very well. So I don't think I'm that bad. The Hydro Pump should be able to take him out. Yeah. It's a critical hit. I don't really think it mattered. He's in Blade form. Snarl. Again, I could have just went for... Oh my goodness, dude. I could have just went for a Psyshock, and then it's a 2v1. Granted, my Feeny's at -1, but still. And you have a Pachirisu in the back. See, like, what is... This is what I don't understand. Like, you have no offensive presence with a Pachirisu, and you're willing to lose your Aegislash, which would have outright lost you the game. I don't understand that. I'm going for Ally Switch right here. And then he knows I'm Scarf, so I can go for the Hydro Pump and the Naganadel, but it's really the only play I have. His Naganadel is like the only form of offensive presence. And he's probably going to go for another Snarl. So I could have just went for the double up right there. I didn't expect him to go for the Follow Me. I was expecting like an electric type attack into the Feeny. Still does a decent amount at -1. Yeah, and he goes for another Snarl. That takes out my Cresselia. And all he has to do is just continuously follow me, and he can go for a Sludge Bomb. Alright, well, that's going to be it with this team. This team is not good at all, though. I mean, Scarf Beanie is cool and all, but I really don't think it's the best set that can possibly be used. I think it's better in this format than it was in a previous format, because you can go for Scarf Ice Beams and outspeed Landorus's, and then Salamances as well. But you can also, like, you also should know what the Feeny is going to do, because it's Scarf. I mean, it goes for Scarf Soaks, and it goes for Scarf, you know, Ice Beams and Hydro Pumps and whatnot. So, again, not anticipating what my opponents are really thinking at the time that they're selecting their moves. I mean, again, I don't think I'm the worst player in the world, and if I discuss like my moves against other players' moves, it would make more sense when I'm explaining it than actually seeing it, I guess. But I don't know. Very risky plays by my opponents. I don't get really upset about losing on Battle Spot, because my opponents on Battle Spot, again, could be people that don't necessarily know what they're doing, or people that are just playing risky because there's nothing at risk. Like when you're at a tournament, like you're really, really stressed, you feel like you have to make safer plays and plays that really do make sense. Because if you make too many risky plays, you can potentially lose, and if you lose a round, you could potentially not make top cut. So people make way better moves at tournaments that they do on Battle Spot, because again, there's nothing online in Battle Spot. Whereas in tournaments, there is, and you're playing, if you're going 4-0, again, you're playing against a really, really good opponent, and you can kind of anticipate what they're going to be doing because they're a good opponent, and you can kind of read into that. Anyway, we're going to throw this team in the trash. Not a good team. We're going to be using the team that I had created for the EPL this next week. On Sunday, so we're going to be using that team probably all next week. I'm going to continue working on my Mega Kangaskhan and Ninetales team. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this week. This probably wasn't the best week. Also, like, making these teams and not getting much practice because I don't have much time to begin with isn't also good. But not only using these teams and using them to the best of their abilities and trying to read what your opponents are going to do, even though it doesn't make any sense, also is hard to anticipate too. But I'm going to head out. Everyone have a great weekend. Have a great New Year's. I'm going to catch you all on New Year's Eve on Sunday with my EPL match against Andrew Davis. Check that out. And everyone take care. Peace.